Greetings, book lovers everywhere. I'm E-Train and welcome to E-Train Talks. And today, I'm happy to be reviewing a book from one of my all-time favorite thrilling middle grade adventure series, City Spies. And in this episode, I'll be sharing my thoughts on the third book in the series, City Spies: Forbidden City, by the talented author of both the City Spies and Framed series, James Ponti, who I'm actually interviewing on my podcast. Super cool. And here's a fun fact. James Ponti's Framed series sparked my love of realistic fiction and mystery books. So when I found out James had more novels in the same genre, aka the City Spies books, I was thrilled and proceeded to devour each of the City Spies novels. And I cannot wait for the fourth book, City of the Dead, which comes out on February 7th, 2023. But until the next book comes out, this operation is hot and we are a go. For those who haven't read any of the City Spies novels, here's a bit of a summary. Created by MI6, the City Spies are a team of kid spies, each with their own brilliant brain powers. Superpowers of the mind, in a sense. There's Brooklyn, a master of hacking and code breaking. She can break into even the most protected computers, security cameras, and more. And she's the team's most recent recruit. Next, there's Paris, a gifted chess player who has a brilliant mind and has incredible physical strength. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, but in a different way. She's amazing at decoding puzzles, and albeit a bit. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, but in a bit of a different way. She's amazing at decoding puzzles, and albeit socially awkward, but she makes up for that by being. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, but in a different way. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, but in a different way. She's amazing at decoding puzzles, and albeit socially awkward, but she makes up for that by, well. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, but a bit social awkward. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, but a little bit socially awkward. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, and albeit a little bit socially awkward, but she makes up for that with her incredible mind. She's great at decoding puzzles, and her work behind the scenes is so. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, but in a different way. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, but in a different way. She's amazing at decoding puzzles, and. Next, there's Kat, who, like the others, is super duper clever, but in a different way. She's amazing at decoding puzzles, and although she's socially awkward, she makes up for that by all of her amazing work behind the scenes. And after Kat, we have Sydney from, you guessed it, Sydney, Australia. Sydney is always on the job when in need of field ops. She's certainly a jack of all trades and multi-talented. She can practically read minds, as shown in City Spies: Forbidden City. She's incredibly resourceful, and when she is the alpha of a mission, you know that the already thrilling City Spies books will be even more entertaining. And last but certainly not least is Rio, the charmer, who wows anyone he meets with his magic tricks. Not to mention he knows how to distract anyone and make them laugh. When you need to cause a distraction, Rio is perfect for the job. And when you need someone to finish your food, Rio's also on the job. Alright, now that you know the 5 protagonists, let's talk about City Spies: Forbidden City. The City Spies are on a mission. For years, they've been spying on the billionaire Sir Reg through a microphone hidden inside a fake Fabergé egg, which the billionaire has believed to be one of the rare Fabergé eggs given to Russian rulers of old. But the so-called real egg is now being donated to Moscow, where it will be examined and eventually determined to be a fake. And luckily, they just heard of the perfect opportunity to make the switch. Sir Reg's big birthday bash he's hosting for his daughter. All the workers from the embassies surrounding his mansion have been invited, and you know what that means. It's time to go undercover. For years, the MI6 have believed that the billionaire has been up to something suspicious, and they think that he's in close contact with the evil group Umbra, but they've had no proof until now. The mission is a go, and everything's going according to plan. Brooklyn has successfully hacked the mansion's cameras, and Paris is on his way to replace the Fabergé egg. But just as he's about to make the switch, he happens to discover some files not too far from where he's replacing the egg, and soon he discovers these aren't just any files. These just so happen to be files filled with classified information about Park Jin-sun, the nuclear scientist from North Korea. Wait, is he somehow related to the evil Umbra? Or even something bigger? The City Spies are on the case. Meanwhile, Sydney is undercover doing a report on Suraj's daughter. Paris is competing in a chess tournament with the son of Park Jin-sun, and Rio and Kat are in Moscow decrypting a code deemed unbreakable. And meanwhile, Brooklyn is stuck at home in summer school. But nonetheless, this operation is hot, and we are a go. What happens next? Well, you'll just have to read City Spies Forbidden City to find out. And I loved everything about City Spies Forbidden City. When the story starts, you're immediately thrown into the action. It's an exciting, fast-paced reading journey filled with entertainments and just downright incredible moments. It's filled with mystery, adventure, and friendship. And James Ponti is truly a master of the middle grade genre. Maybe he's a secret spy himself, because he certainly knows the ins and outs of how to write a suspenseful, fun-filled spy novel. 10 out of 10. That's what I'm going to rate City Spies Forbidden City, because it deserves all the praise it can get. Because, like all of James Ponti's books, City Spies Forbidden City kept me interested, and I cannot wait to read the fourth book in the series. Don't forget to keep checking back on my podcast, because I'll be interviewing the mastermind behind the City Spies series, and the Frame series, and the Dead City series, James Ponti.